I don't know if I've ever seen a big summer release from Games Workshop where as many people are customizing the minis from it. And one customization seems particularly popular with Saturnine on the Terminators. That's removing stuff from it that GW have put there. So let's jump into seeing why and how you would be removing iconography from your miniatures. If you've got any suggestions for a quick tip, let us know below. We're trying to keep these 10 minutes or less, one useful thing that you can just digest easily and quickly that might help you in your hobby. Good morning. So we have our coffee and the subject for today's short video is removal of iconography. Now, why would you want to do this? So this came with a cool piece of detail on it. Why would you want to chop that off? Number one is it might allow you to put transfers on, and sometimes that can be time saving. One of the other huge benefits of it visually, as well as making your models less complicated, which sometimes can make them better for airbrushing or drybrushing or whatever else you like, it can make them look kind of bigger because you don't have these hugely exaggerated, almost like Blizzard-esque chunkified flared details on them. They have to make them like that because otherwise they would be impossible to paint. They'd be minuscule, they'd be fiddly, you probably couldn't even cast them. So removal of them can open you up, can speed you up, or sometimes it just gives you something cool. So like this model has a really cool shaped shield, but what if I didn't want that kind of beady lightning face in the middle, or I wanted to put a transfer on? Transfers on shields especially is a really good place to start, because if you find a simple one, often the fantasy chaos shields are like that. You can scrape it off completely and just put a transfer there, or a really simple freehand or something like that. Part of what I think makes the aesthetics of some of the Trench Crusade models just so cool is the fact that there is barely a single detail on this. I've actually added a loincloth to this, and apart from the little ringlets on his shoulders, this guy is just slabs of very cool angled armor. Wonderful mini. Very good sculpting on that one as well. Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove the other side of this. What tools do you need? Very, very simple. Now, first things first, if you don't have clippers with these are really high quality flippers. These are Display. God Hand are amazing too. They have a flat blade. You cannot use this on like chunky tasks. Please don't touch anything that's not plastic. They will die fast. This will snap because it's hard and brittle. But what they will do is they will allow you to snip off details in a way that maybe you just can't with other clippers. And these do not have a risk of like gouging into your thing. They're going to cut through anything like butter, and as long as you get the right angle. See, one of the blades is for cutting and the other one is for clipping. I didn't do that so well because I'm on camera, but trust me, they're very good for the right thing. However, very often you're going to need to use knives instead, at least at the beginning. The benefit of a knife is that because it's only one blade, not two, you can follow contours in whatever shape is going to be the most helpful. I've got 3 knives here. 2 of them look the same. They are not. Normally I have on whatever handle you're comfortable with. I like X-Actos. I've got a conventional blade that's old, a conventional blade that's newer, then I have this curved blade. The really important thing about the curved blade is with flat blades, sometimes you'll be going into a concave area. You'll be trying to scrape here, but the tip will be making actual scratches elsewhere. You do not want that. Also, if you're cutting, it's by far the safest to cut completely in control, completely braced, and with a very new blade. If your blade isn't very new, you can always cut towards the base of it. Normally they're going to be the most blunt in the middle, where they've had the most use. So there's a final piece of equipment which we'll be coming to in a little bit, and that is sanding sponge. I would recommend 1000 grit or higher. If you're using old 1000, it will feel like 2000. So whatever you're using, if it's old, you can kind of add to the number and it'll behave more like that. Right, cutting, bracing. You'll notice I've left mine on the sprue. Actually, when I did this, I assembled it until the like torso blob was done, and then I removed the iconography before putting the necklace on, not realizing that his pendant is actually an eagle's head, but we'll talk about that another time. So I've left this on the sprue because it gives me something to hold on to. So what we're going to do is bracing really carefully so I can't like slide anywhere, and not just like cutting away with my nice sharp knife. we're just going to shave into it, and you can see that I'm bracing on my thumb. It's very slow and it's very in control. Rather than pushing, what you can do is you can kind of saw your blade down. That's going to help you slowly push through this. So you're going to do that and keep rotating your piece. If you cut towards the end of a knife blade, especially when it's new, the knife blade wiggles more towards the end, so I always choose to do closer to the base where we're stable. And then bit by bit you can shave it off. When you get down very low, careful not to get too enthusiastic and like gouge into it. When you get to a good point, and you can see that you're pretty much level with the area underneath the detail, then you can start normally scraping. Same again, if you do it with a knife blade, the knife blade's very new, you'll get these burrs where you like, you like stutter over it. You're aiming to avoid those, so always with the base of the knife where possible. Something to watch out for on details, especially like this, is not creeping towards the edge, because you'll end up softening that, and unless that's what you're going for, like you're trying to do Nurgle or something like that, it's really worth avoiding it in, as much as possible. Always turn your piece around to get whatever angle is going to help you do your thing the best. And you can, take a couple of attempts, don't try and get stuff in one. All right, and go for this now, see if I can get it finished. Bring it close to your face to examine it. It really, really helps. Don't just guess what's going on. Okay, so we are now at the stage where I'm just trying to get it down level. You could swap to your older blade here, but I don't think I need to. This one's probably partway between new blade and old blade feeling anyway. Now, so we're at the stage where if anything has gone wrong, this is when we fix it. Try not to flop this over that edge, because like I said, you'll soften it. So whatever helps you for how you're holding this. You can use the little slightly more rigid triangular sponges. A few companies make those. I just really like sanding sponge. If you're wondering how I cut the strips, turn it the other way around so you don't blunt your blade and just cut it from the back. Sometimes it can be really useful to have a hard edge that you can like butt up against something. All right, that is it. Any questions you got, let me know. You won't believe the variety of uses this can have. If there's another simple morning tip for your coffee you would like me to give a go to do with converting or anything at all, let me know and I'll see if I can get it out. Check out our other tutorials, and if you're in the market for some nice brushes, check out the link below as well. Have a good morning. I forgot to drink my coffee.